At a panel in Fan Expo, Stephen Amell said that each character on the show would get their own villain. I'm assuming he means each member of the team, and I'm also assuming that each member of the team will get his own rival on the Longbow Hunters, or maybe like a villain, a recurring villain. So, who are each character's main rivals of the season? First up, we got Green Arrow. It would seem that Richard Dragon will be the main villain of the season. Like there'll be a team, but Richard Dragon will be the leader of that team. So it doesn't make sense for anybody to be Richard Dragon's rival other than Green Arrow. Also, I don't think anybody on the team can actually take Green Arrow in a fight because like he's supposed to be one of the best martial artists in the world. At least he is in the comics. I don't know what they're going to do in the show, but I'm guessing. And yeah. So Richard Dragon. And since he's the main character, Oliver would have two rivals. Other than Richard Dragon, the other one is Anatoly. Or maybe he's going to be called the KG Beast, although he doesn't work for the KGB. So maybe he'll, because like in the new Nightwing comics, he's just called Beast. The Beast. So maybe they're going to call him the Beast. But back to what I'm saying, he's also going to be Oliver's rival because like he's there, and it wouldn't make sense for anybody to be Anatoly's rival other than Green Arrow. Just like Richard Dragon. In my video where I discussed who the next villains of the next season of the Arrowverse for each show are going to be, I forgot to mention that I think Cade and James will also be on the Longbow Hunters, and also the Longbow Hunters will be getting help from Helix, and I think that Cade and James will be Felicity's rival this season. And while I would prefer if this didn't happen and Felicity died, I am almost 100% sure that Felicity survived, and this is what they're going to do. They're going to make Cade and James her rival, and maybe Curtis will help a little bit, but I doubt it. The next one is a rivalry that I'm really excited for. Obviously, I'm more excited for the Green Arrow rivalry with Richard Dragon and Anatoly, but I'm also really excited with Black Canary's rival, and that's obviously going to be Black Siren. She wouldn't be on the Longbow Hunters because I think her redemption arc should actually finish before the Longbow Hunters become a huge threat. Like, the Longbow Hunters will be there, and Richard Dragon will be there, but they're not going to become like a huge threat to like episode 9 probably. Or episode 6, so I think Black Siren should get a redemption arc before that, but before her redemption arc, I'm really excited for her rivalry with Black Canary. Black Canary versus Black Siren, like we saw in the finale. Sounds great. Wild Dog's rival is not on the Longbow Hunters either, but throughout Season 5, it seemed like Wild Dog was developing a sort of rivalry with Derek Sampson, and Derek Sampson is still alive, so I think it would work for him to be on the Longbow Hunters, but I would much prefer if he wasn't, and he was just a recurring character and not a part of the main villain team. But Derek Sampson is almost definitely Wild Dog's rival. As for Mr. Terrific, I can't think of any main villains for him other than helping Felicity with Helix and Cade and James, but this is only if the Vigilante isn't Paul. If Vigilante is Paul, then Vigilante would 100% be Mr. Terrific's main rival. Also, Mr. Terrific and Vigilante had some cool scenes together where like Mr. Terrific dropped his T-balls, his T-spheres, and exploded on Vigilante. They actually had a couple fight scenes. Nah, they had like one, but still, they could definitely be a rivalry if Vigilante is Paul. If he isn't, then I don't know. I can't think of anybody for Diggle, but maybe that's because he's probably gonna be dead. So in conclusion, Richard Dragon and Anatoly for Green Arrow, Cade and James and Helix for Felicity, Black Siren for Black Canary, Derek Sampson for Wild Dog, and Vigilante for Curtis. So do you agree with me? Who do you think will be each character's main rival? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.